Oh, man, order my step, y'all. Yes, sir. The small school right there. Bishop, you picked a good one this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, and the presiding bishop of Full Gospel. Bishop, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. Order my steps. Wow. You know, Psalm 37:23 said that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. I want you to really consider allowing God to give you the directions regarding your next move. Fact is, not only your next move, but the rest of your moves, because oftentimes we end up going in places that God never ordained for us. When God orders our steps, it means we don't necessarily move until God says so. Sometimes it's okay to be in a space of pause and say, you know what? It's really me being obedient and trusting God for where he wants to take me in the season he wants to take me. Sometimes we're so in a rush. Fact is, the word order my steps really deals with this. It's not so much going forward as it is going up. This idea of steps, Ricky, is really about how you ascend up stairways, because God develops you in every step. So many people want success, and they want it by the elevator, but they don't want to take the stairs. But true success is when God takes you one step at a time. It builds your prayer life. It builds who you are as a person. And here's the catch. If you start learning how to build yourself up going up the steps, guess what? In times of an emergency, you'll find out the elevator don't work. So in other words, when you go into a crisis or a storm, you got the resilience and say, I've been walking these steps a while. Let's get it, because God developed me on the stairwell. If you want it, stop always choosing the elevator and start taking the stairs.
Hey, Bishop.
Yo.
Yeah, now God will take us up one step at a time, but boy, when you fall, you're going down all of them fast.
That's why you got to keep your hand on that rail. Keep your hand on that rail. Hold to his hand.
Man, go on, man. Get off the radio, sir. You said you got to keep your hands on the rail. Hey, when you preach that one, I'm coming. I'm just gonna get up and walk out, man, because I can't take it. Hey, Bishop, let everybody know how you can be reached, how they can find your sermons.
Hey, everybody, I want y'all to follow me this morning. Follow me at Joseph Walker 3. That's Joseph Walker, the number 3, on Instagram. And let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Now, hold on that rail and have a great week.
I know that's right. Root to the good bros.
For real.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Monday morning news. Democrats are projected to maintain their narrow Senate majority after victories in close contests in Nevada and Arizona. Meanwhile, the Senate contest in Georgia is headed to a December 6th runoff. In related news, Trump advisor Jason Miller said in a podcast appearance that the former president will announce his 2024 presidential campaign at an event tomorrow. Internationally, a meeting between U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping is now underway. It's the first in-person encounter between the two men since Biden took office. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the devastation of climate change, the hope is that the two major powers will work together to instill stability. Lastly, 2 plus-size models say they were denied entry to a Los Angeles lounge and are speaking out on size discrimination. The incident took place after a bouncer looked them up and down and said, "Not tonight." The women said they have received a message from the club with the general's manager number attached and the
so bad.
What happened now?
I'm sorry. No, this is it. This was on CNN. So 2 plus-size models, they were denied entry to a Los Angeles lounge.
Man,
and now they're speaking out on size discrimination. So the bouncer looked them up and down, and he was just like, "Not tonight." And so, wrong. Yeah, that is it's wrong. And they're gorgeous. I mean, I think that they could have added value to the night, because I saw pictures of them. But they're speaking out. They've complained. Yeah,
the plus size girls. Man,
let them all in.
You can't get in the club because of your size.
I don't know.
Nobody sticking the waist. Come on,
right? They've been doing that for years.
Where?
All over. It be them bouncers, man. They look at certain folks and they just, if they don't think they fine or something or whatever.
But these
they
women are fine.
Not tonight.
Yeah, they were fine. Yeah, he looked them up and down and said not tonight. So, yeah, they are.
That's just nasty and dirty.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they make some noise and hold this lounge accountable. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Man, real fast, let's recap football over the weekend. Let's start with the NFL. How about them Dallas Cowboys losing to the Green Bay Packers, man? Listen, man, Cowboys had that doggone game won, but Aaron Rodgers once again reminded everybody, despite the struggling season he may be having, he reminded everybody that I am back-to-back MVP. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Overtime victory for the Packers. Cleveland Browns lose to Miami. The Dolphins are still rolling. They 7-3. What about the Minnesota Vikings beating Buffalo in overtime?
Minnesota was a good damn game.
They 8-1. They quietly 8-1. Tom Brady done won 2 games in a row, so don't sleep on the Bucks. College football, there's only one game to talk about in college football. Number 4 ranked TCU beating Texas 17-10. TCU is 10-0.
Told you they were sorry.
What you mean told you they were sorry? Man, you better respect them Horned Frogs, man. How you gonna sit up here on this show right here and not respect TCU?
I respect them, but they ain't playing nobody. Texas, go on now.
Come on, man. We ain't got enough time. We're going. Gary, what's up, man?
All right, y'all. Gabrielle Union, y'all, she has had quite a special 50th birthday, and everybody's excited about it. And her husband, Dwayne Wade, y'all, he topped it off, y'all, with a very personal gift, honey. He gave her, honey, a tattoo of he put a tattoo of her initials on his fingers, y'all. They're saying that the actress shared a video of the moment she saw the tattoos and realized, honey, it was definitely a dedication to her. The moment you find out your man has made his 17th tattoo, y'all, made his best birthday surprise, honey, for South Africa Wade World Tour 22 edition. They were in Africa. He brought her to Africa for her birthday, and Rickey, he put a tattoo of her initials, y'all. But some people say, it's Gabrielle Union, G-U, so if he leave it, it'll be goo. So he could always just keep it,
What do you mean?
In case you add some more letters to it, in case they don't work out.
But anyway, she thought it was beautiful, honey. She thanked all her family, y'all, for traveling to Africa. They went to Tanzania, to Ghana, Namibia, and South Africa, y'all. So that's a very nice gift. They also visited, y'all, the Etosha National Park, and they said they got a chance to watch a herd of elephants, Rickey, hanging out together while bathing and playing in water.
I just like how you correctly pronounce Tanzania. You did that.
Oh, wow.
That's the elephant. So congratulations, honey, to Gabrielle, honey, and her 50th birthday and her tattoo, honey. That's the best thing a man could give a woman is a tattoo of that person's initial on their body. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Enigma. On the high end, you say Enigma.
You was doing so good. You did Tanzania so smooth.
I know.
What was the first one?
Yeah, it's okay.
God, can't win for losing, huh?
You was at the finish line,
You was on
brother.
a roll, Gary.
Oh, my goodness.
Maria, he failed at the
Fumbled at
finish
the
line.
2-yard
At
line.
the finish line, right there.
It's gonna be all right. It's early. Enigma. On the high end, on the low, just say beautiful green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Cardi B speaks and has something to say about her farewell to Takeoff. Coming up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
9 minutes before the top of the hour. Brittany Tech got the hot spot. Let's go.
What up, Rock T? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rickey. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, we know what happened to Takeoff, and they had his service, and it was a beautiful service. I'll talk to you about that in a few, but I want to start off with telling you what Cardi B said, and she started off saying, Takeoff, your untimely passing has brought a great deal of pain and sorrow to so many lives. The impact you had in this world was so considerable, and we have struggled to grasp this tragedy. She said, I'm heartbroken, but I'm grateful for all the precious memories we got to share while you were here with us. This has truly been a nightmare, and the pain is incomparable. The emptiness your brothers are feeling is unbearable, and I pray that you give Offset, Quavo, and your friends and family the strength to keep going as they are are trying to cope with this loss. She said, I believe the angels send signs and beautiful dreams to loved ones to assure them that they're watching them and that they're okay. Send your mom some of those. She also appeared to kind of hint at a possible reunion of Migos, which also Media Takeout said that they've been hearing also. I just want to say that I did go to the service, and it was one of the most beautiful services I had ever been to. I mean, they had a structure in the middle of the stage at the State Farm Arena, and it looked to be like a rib cage. It was lit up, and it was like beautiful. It was like almost the stage was set for a performance, and it was nothing but white roses everywhere from one side to another. They had a beautiful rocket ship made out of roses, because he was Rocket Man. So it was really nice. It was really sad. I cried a whole lot like a baby, because when you go to funerals, it just reminds you of everybody else too that you've lost, and the person that's there. The casket was like chrome. It was beautiful, but it was so sad and heartbreaking. Justin Bieber, he was first to sing, and he got up there and he sat down and he just had his head down for a long time, and the piano was playing, and I instantly started crying from that, because it was almost like the piano could get, felt anointed or something. Like whoever played the piano while Justin Bieber was just sitting there with his head down, it was like you was connecting how hurt he was getting ready to try to sing his song, and then the piano was just, it was crazy. And then he started singing, and he sang so beautifully. I promise, I feel like I ain't never heard Justin Bieber sing that good in his life. I mean, and he probably has. I don't listen to that much of his music, but we kind of grew up on him when he was younger and stuff, but it was beautiful. You could tell that he really loved Takeoff. Drake spoke beautifully. Oh man, when Offset got up, it was rough. He was very, very emotional, and he just kept saying he was sorry, and he kept saying, take, I'm sorry. And he prayed with everybody. He had a beautiful prayer. Let's keep sending, hugs and whatever we can, to the family, and his mother, and his little sister spoke, and his little brother, and he was just everything to his family and friends. They say he told everybody he loved them all the time. So y'all, that's something that we should do. We should make sure we tell our loved ones we love them. Even if you got an issue with them, tomorrow is not promised. Maybe, you should squash it if it's worth it to you, if it's important, because people are leaving here, and it's just sad, and you don't get a chance to even, say how you feel sometimes. So just try, y'all, to say how you feel about your loved ones and let them know how you feel. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got Rock T's, oh Lord, joke of the day. Rock T, is it going to be funny?
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and see if we put some laughter into this, put some smiles on some people's faces. So yes, of course it's going to be funny.
Just try to make it funny this time so we can laugh. Okay?
Let's go.
Okay. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
This is how funny this is about to be, because they didn't even need no intro. It's Rock T's joke of the day.
Man, go on with the joke.
You're the only one laughing.
Y'all ready?
You ain't even said the joke yet.
Y'all ready? Hey, you set yourself up right now, boy. Come on.
3 friends stranded on a desert island find a magical lamp. Inside this lamp is a genie who agrees to grant each friend one wish. The first friend says, I want to go home. So the grant says, poof, sends the first friend home. Second friend says, I want to go home too. The genie says, poof, sends the second friend home. The third friend says, it's kind of lonely here. I sure wish my friends were back.
Yeah. Can we not have one that has such a long setup? Because I feel like it's so much time that I can't get back. Oh, were you? Oh, so you missed that.
I fell asleep waiting for the end to come.
So they all came back. Okay, Rox. So, did your daughter play this weekend? Did Harvard play this weekend?
Yeah,
How many points she scored?
They didn't play this weekend, dog.
Okay. When do they play again?
This Friday, coming up this Friday.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that.
That girl be killing it, boy. She out there representing her daddy. Yeah.
Yes, sir. But what about the joke?
Man. Hey, how's your wife doing? How's Crystal doing, man?
Crystal's beautiful.
Can we get her on the phone?
She's asleep right now, man.
Can we wake up and have her come pick you up?
What about the joke, man?
What joke? What joke?
The genie.
There was nothing. It was not a joke.
Do you have an Uber account? Could you call one to come pick you up and take you somewhere?
I can't what y'all say. That was funny, man.
Yep. Somebody take us out of here.
Yeah, you're consistent. You're consistently unfunny.
Consistently not funny.
Not funny.
Yeah.
Well, forget y'all, Maria.
That's funny. That's funny.
What you gonna be talking about next, Maria? Let's go, man.
Take out for Thanksgiving. Some people have decided not to cook at home this year. I'll tell you why coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Poof.
Again and again.
The show 13 minutes before the top of the hour. Maria Moore, what we gonna be talking about, man?
Good morning, Rock TZ. So, a writer for the New York Post claims that Thanksgiving at a restaurant might be the smart money move this year. Can this really be true? Have y'all ever in your lives ate out at a restaurant for like a big holiday, supposed to be like a family holiday? Thanksgiving.
Never. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people who have to do that. Like, where their family at?
Yeah.
My mom and dad would have never had that.
Uh-huh. Well, they said that this is based on a report from Wells Fargo. The price of food in restaurants has only jumped about 6%. So I've noticed when I go out to restaurants, price is a little bit higher. But Thanksgiving foods, groceries related to Thanksgiving meals up 15%.
Ooh.
So they're saying this specifically from a money perspective. But I think that spending the extra money just to be with your family in a home, creating memories is worth the extra money.
Yeah, and everybody bringing a dish or something and y'all making stuff. Just being together with your family is priceless.
Yeah, my friend said her family is catering food. I'm like, how do you cater food for Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
we catering too now.
You got a lot of people you got to feed.
We catering, but my wife's mom is cooking some of her favorite dishes, and my aunt is cooking some of her favorite dishes, and we got somebody bringing another turkey. So, but we catering still to have all the extra stuff.
Honey. We can't afford that.
But if you feeding a whole lot of people, if you feeding 20 or 30 people,
I got
it
Chef
might make
Boudreaux.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
It don't make sense. It makes sense to cook.
Okay, if you're cooking for 10 people, but if you're cooking for 30 people,
if you're cooking for 30
you might need
people,
a little help.
You cook.
Right.
We've always
The
cooked.
people catering are cooking.
We still cook. We just don't cook as much because then you be cooking for 3 days.
Yeah.
Y'all just lazy, honey.
Oh, we lazy.
I feel like cooking 7
We want to
turkeys.
have all kind of dishes for everybody that comes over. So we are cooking, but we gonna have some
Gary,
catered stuff.
What about y'all pies? Y'all
Old
cooking
school
the
is
pies?
setting your
Cooking
way.
the pies now.
Y'all baking your own
We
pies, but
baking
y'all
the pies.
catering all the other food.
Not all the other food, just some of the other food.
Gary,
like Rickey making me some dressing.
Yeah.
And me some mac and cheese.
Yeah, and Chef
some greens.
Boudreaux is making me some crab legs and some other stuff. You know.
I'm coming to your house, bro.
Absolutely. I'm having. It's gonna be everything.
When I told my mom, we just might eat a little roast, honey.
You ain't gonna just eat no roast. Shut up. Your mama ain't
That
having
sounds like
that.
a sad, lonely Thanksgiving.
No, because it doesn't make sense. My mom cooking all that food and it's just maybe 3 of us may be home.
Okay,
So I'm
Okay,
like,
but if it's
she's gonna give the rest of it to the less fortunate and people who didn't get to eat or people that want
you
to take
can't
it
give
home.
food to less fortunate no more because they could sue you.
No, not
That's not
family
true.
and friends that you know. I'm not saying.
We're going to keep the positive vibes.
Yeah, Gary.
Debbie's downer over there.
Well, keep the positive vibe then, honey.
Gary, what you be cooking? What meal what dish do you bring to your Thanksgiving?
My stomach.
Oh.
That's what I bring
Gary,
to the
do you know how to
Thanksgiving
cook?
meal. I know how to cook. Look, I know how to cook goulash, and I know how to cook pork chops with cream of mushroom soup, corn, and wild rice.
I've never seen you cook. I've known you for 16 years. I've never seen you cook anything.
Do you have an apron? Do you have an apron that you use when you cook?
No, I was listening to y'all talk the other day how y'all clean up after y'all cook. I can't clean up and cook.
You have to.
I can't. That's why I don't hardly cook.
You have to, because when you go over there and it's a cluttered mess, and you just can't.
Nah,
I just
I can't operate
function.
like that in the
right.
kitchen,
I need
yeah.
to be able to get to my stuff and not have stuff all in the sink.
Really?
Clean as you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you might not want to eat Gary food because he don't change his sheets.
And he use the same towel.
And he watches face and his body with the same race.
And we gonna pass. And don't eat next to him. Don't sit next to him when he's eating, because he eat like a doggone.
First of all, we're not gonna gang up on Gary this morning. That's what we not gonna do.
You left out the door, honey.
You the one that started the negative vibe.
Well, whatever you do for Thanksgiving, whether you eat at home or you have to go out to a restaurant, we hope it is blessed and that you enjoy your time with your friends.
Yes, you can cook or cater, whatever you like to do.
Whatever you like, whatever you
to
like.
make your Thanksgiving festive.
Yes.
Make it thankful.
Yes.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
4 minutes after the top of the hour, Gary with the T. Say it ain't so. You say Nicki Minaj about to be a billionaire?
Yes, Rati. Oh, y'all. Good morning, Rati. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Nicki Minaj's husband, y'all, Mr. Kenneth Petit, honey, they say he has sued the state of New York, honey, according to MTO. They're saying, y'all, that the entertainment executive claims, y'all, that the state has unlawfully, honey, included him in a sex offender registry. Now, they're saying New York State, honey, the defendant is moving to dismiss as it argues that Petty had every opportunity to challenge his status previously. Now, recently, y'all, he faced in-home detention for failing to register in California. Now, according to the court documents received, honey, they're saying the court will begin oral arguments on January the 6th, 2023. Now, in the lawsuit, they're saying Mr. Petty claims that he never received notice, y'all, of a 2004 Sex Offender Registration Act hearing, which the defendant denies. Now, New York claims the court certified transcript of this hearing is both an official judicial record and integral to plaintiff's complaint. Now, they're saying the plaintiff acknowledged his identity on the record, and his counsel stated that plaintiff did not contest his designation as a level 2 sex offender, y'all. Isn't that something, honey? Now, they're saying, but Nicki's husband claims, y'all, that someone forged his signature, y'all, that he was in jail at that time. Who forged your signature on something this serious? I mean, I don't understand that.
He might have a case if he has proof. If he has the evidence.
Yeah, so you think Nicki could own New York then after they sue, they could own the city?
I don't know about owning the city of New York. That's a lot of money right there.
Yeah, well, honey.
But if he's right, then he deserves his just due.
Yeah, well, we gonna see, honey. Hopefully
he got them receipts and he defend himself and do what he need to do and everything be okay.
All right, then. We're moving on, honey. In other celebrity news, y'all, Drake and 21 Savage, y'all, they currently have the hottest, biggest hip-hop album of the year, Brad. But they're saying that album, honey, Her Loss, has a ton of hits on it, including a controversial song, Circo Loco, which some people say, y'all, is that Meg Thee Stallion diss track. But now it's being reported, y'all, that another song, honey, on the album is drumming up controversy. Their song, the song Treacherous Twins, is being called a gay love song, y'all, on Twitter after fans listen closely, y'all, baby, to the hip-hopper's lyrics. Now, they're saying that the song is about the love that rappers 21 Savage and Drake shared. But they said the love seems to go a lot further than you hear in most rap songs. Now, folks across the black Twitter, y'all, are calling the lyrics, honey, gay, y'all. It's so sad. Now, they're saying here's a sample, honey. They're saying here's a sample of the lyrics uttered by 21 Savage. Who would you do the things we do for each other? Negro, no one. Would you die for me? Would you go at Negroes' necks like a tie for me? Do the time for a crime you didn't do for me, honey. And then they also say, here's Drake's lyrics. I want to tell you how I feel when I'm loaded. I will lay something down for you. I will clear a whole town for you. Spray the whole 100 round for you. Twisting all my fingers for my dog, honey. And everybody just went on and on to the break of dawn.
His girl could be his dog, his homie,
Yeah, I don't think they're rapping to each other.
Right.
They're not.
My son played the song for me last night, and for somebody to say it's gay, they just reach. Everything is gay. Yeah. Putting too much syrup on a waffle is gay now. Everything is gay.
Yeah.
Everything is gay. And ain't nothing
what
gay.
Makes them think they rapping to each other? They're not.
I don't know. They say they in love now.
They may be in love they're in love with their significant other. They're women. They're in love with their women. Or this is about a woman for them.
Yeah. Is it?
I thought Lotto was with 21 Savage. He could be very well rapping about her.
That's exactly. They're rapping about each other's significant other.
Yeah.
It's just people reaching.
Is that what they doing? They reaching?
Yes, please. Please,
region.
Gary.
Because I don't know what's gay and what's not, honey, since that's not part of
I do.
Right.
I'm looking at. No, never mind. Go ahead.
What'd you say, Maria?
Gary, go
ahead, Queen. You got it. Go ahead.
I know exactly.
So especially when your son played it for you, told you to play to your friend. All right. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is enigma. On the high end, you say enigma, and on the lunch, you say beautiful green. That's your color for today.
Oh, give it up for Gary with the team. We got the wake-up calls coming up next, man. 8669 Ricky, 8669 RICKEY. Call us up. Get your wake-up calls on. It's the Ricky and Smiley Morning Show.
Time to wake up.
Wake it up.
Wake up. Yo, here we go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. You up this long, this led you in your house. You so would be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. Morning show. Wanna know where you calling from. So come on. Just wake up.
Hi, this is LaShawn calling from Houston, Texas. Wake up, Chloe and Peyton and Jaquetta. Wake up.
Good morning, Sean Murray in Atlanta, Georgia. This is your father. Get up, wake up. It's time to go.
Hey, this Wayne out of Cleveland. I want to wake up all my grandkids. Y'all have a blessed day.
This is Robin Gamble Stone from Cincinnati, Ohio. Chrissy, get up. Marquise and Robert, let's get this money, y'all. Wake up.
Hi.
You listening on your radio. The city's tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Let them know then. In Portland, wake up. In Charlotte, wake up. In Raleigh, wake up. Wake up. Come on, Baltimore, wake up. In Nashville, wake up. In Minneapolis, wake up. Hey, wake up.
Appreciate that. Bringing it, Tad.
You welcome my teasy.
We cannot move forward with this show without Bernice Jenkins' church announcements. That's coming up next on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Mary Janie.
Yeah.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice
Yeah.
and be glad in it. Janie, how you feeling this morning?
I feel fine.
Me too. He woke me up this morning and slid me in my house shoes. Clean across the floor.
Yes. Clean.
Almost couldn't stop when I got in my house shoes. I hit the wall. Slid me fast this morning, made me dizzy.
Floors.
Here's our church announcement this morning. Govern yourself.
All of it.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Now, all cockeyed members are reminded that you can only park in a handicapped spot if you cockeyed in both eyes. Hey. And the parking lot security guard will check and see if he see you doing it. And he'll check close because he cockeyed too. Now, Sister Velma Waters' son, Junior, is back on that crack pipe again and broke in the church after choir rehearsal last night. And the janitor caught him taking a whole bath in the baptismal pool. With a whole bottle of Mr. Bubble in the water. And he couldn't get him out of the pool because he was trying to fight a grown man that was buck naked and slicked up all up and slippery with Mr. Bubbles. So there was a man law violation. Can't fight nobody that's buck naked and got shampoo all over him.
Shampoo?
Shampoo, Mr. Bubble. What they call it? The Mr. Bubble
bath.
Bubble bath. It was slick and yeah, he was slick and greasy and slimy and naked.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, that's not a comfortable fight right there. But they got him on out of there. Now we having a funeral on Saturday for our only white member.
Oh, wow.
God rest his soul, Billy McCoy. He passed away last Friday. He was only 37, and he was a little bit overweight. He at 5'1", 290 pounds.
What?
And he had severe back spasms, choking fits. But other than that, he was in good condition. He was in good health. And what took him out was he went out with his white cousins to do 100-foot bungee jump off a bridge. And didn't realize that it was a weight limit. So the family gonna save money and bury him in a flat screen TV box.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, baby, he was pie. He was pie. He was pie. He went down there pretty fast, so everybody to take consideration of your weight before you go bungee jumping.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't go because he invited me, Janie. Don't go bungee jumping, Janie. Don't do it. That concludes our church announcement. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right now. All right.
Wait a minute. All right, Black Tony, what up, man? We all at work. It's Monday. You said you was gonna be here. You ain't here still.
Actually, look, I had left a message. I had left a message on everybody's phone. So I told them that I was finna walk out the door. But I gotta stay here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to make it over there in like another hour, but I gotta stay here right now and protect my grandma and my great grandma.
Oh, you at your grandma's house?
Yeah. I gotta protect them though, cause I'm the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? Cause my little nephew, he ain't but 10, he at school. But look, Shouter.
What you protecting him from though?
Boy, it's drama over here. Boy, it's drama over here. You know, it always be drama in the hood, but somebody always trying to, it's about, they're trying to get revenge on my great grandmama right now.
Revenge on what your grandmama done did?
Yeah. It's a family of cockroaches that been staying in her house for some years.
Oh, no.
And she put that raid on one on last night. He had clowned up on the counter where she had made some pound cake, cause she get her cakes and stuff ready for Thanksgiving. He had clowned up though, finna get on her cake. She hit him with that raid, boy. Took him out, and now two of his brothers waiting on him. I seen them.
Oh.
I seen them when I got up, and I know they some kin to her because they look just like them.
What, they some
For real. They look just like them. They both brown. They both, got legs by legs and everything. I know it's his brother.
All cockroaches look like that, Tony.
Yeah, but they waiting because every time I get up and put my clothes on, I'm finna get dressed. They clowned out the closet, and I know they waiting because they know if I leave, they're gonna be able to go in there and clamor her ear or something and kill her.
Well,
so I can't leave my grandma.
Just step on them, man, and come on to work.
They keep running back in the closet because they know what they doing. These some ghetto roaches, so they know what they doing. These ain't no cockroaches will be out in the suburbs. These are ghetto roaches. They waiting on me to leave.
You making it sound like they're human, man.
One of them just got out of prison. But look, while I'm waiting, because I got to wait probably for at least another hour. Look, just do one thing for Rocky.
What's that?
Can you ask Maria to send me some videos?
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing, Tony. Bye.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
It's Gary, baby. 5 minutes after the top of the hour. Gary, what is happening, man?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Supermodel Chanel Iman, honey. Baby, they're talking about that birthday gift that she gave to her boyfriend, Devon Garcho. You know who he is, right? On Rock T, Devon Garcho.
Unless you saying his name right?
Okay, let's spell it. Let's see if you know it. Godchaux. Devon. Davon.
Maybe Devin? Is he
I think he played with the Patriots. It sounds like he played with the New England Patriots.
Well, he does.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, okay. He does, honey. Anyway,
like I seen that name on the back of a jersey.
Yes, well, nevertheless, honey, that's supermodel Iman's honey boyfriend. Well, for his birthday, baby, this girl gave him the cake of cakes, honey. She had a cake made after her cakes, honey, and she gave it to him. Yes, baby.
I like that.
Yes, she did. She peed for that, honey. So she gave him that for his birthday, honey, and they showed him, honey, just sampling and tasting the cakes, honey. He said it was delicious, and everybody was excited about it. Because they said she definitely had her cakes crafted, had that cake crafted just after her buttocks. But nevertheless, honey, you know, she went through a turbulent divorce, y'all. You know, now she was dating Sterling Shepard. Now, we know who he is, Roxy. He's a football player as well. So she left him, honey, to go with this one here because he dumped her, Sterling Shepard, dumped her to date Evelyn Lozato's daughter, baby, Miss Shanice Harrison. And she's a beautiful girl, honey. But it's amazing how these girls have these sports players for boyfriends. Don't one get the other one. And Miss Shanice, baby, is, honey, she's a very cute girl.
I'm still thinking about those cakes.
Yeah. I mean, you ought to have your wife to make some. Have y'all ever had anything done like that for y'all maids, honey?
I think that's creative.
Very
Cakes
creative.
As a cake.
There's things I want to say right now, but
don't say
SCC.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah, man, just express your feelings, Kate.
No. I'm gonna turn my mic off.
Yeah, honey, you're a comedian. Y'all can say anything. Honey, anyway, I think it's a good thing. I can't wait. I'm gonna get a mold of mine done soon, honey. Have them serve them as birthday cake gift. Honey.
What flavor is it gonna be?
I like Neapolitan, honey, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla.
Get a little bit of everything in that cake.
The cake will be Neapolitan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Honey. So and I'm gonna have sour cream topping.
Oh, that's
sour
different.
cream.
That's a weird
cream
combination.
Cheese?
Yeah, cream cheese. Yeah.
Sour cream.
I don't want
Thank you for that correction, Brad.
Ew, Gary. Sour cream.
Yeah, cream
Moving on.
cheese. But yes, honey, it's gonna be delicious. So, honey, y'all look forward to having some soon.
Moving on.
All right, in other celebrity news, y'all. Did anybody watch Saturday Night Live with Dave Chappelle? Y'all, he talked with Kanye West, Herschel Walker, and all the midterms on this past week. Did you say you watched it?
I saw bits and pieces of it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was very interesting, though, honey. I was surprised that he was able to still talk about that so soon. You know, all of the election just happened the other day, honey. He was
but it's live, so you know.
Yeah, so he was able to talk about that just recently. So it was interesting. Good luck to him,
and
honey.
Kay, he's like the last comedian standing, still so bold to say those things.
The thing is, he can afford to do it because Chappelle really can't be canceled because he's not beholden to anybody. He doesn't have a show. He doesn't have endorsements. He doesn't have corporate relationships. He's his own guy, so he can kind of say what he wants to say.
Really? Well, congratulations to him, y'all. And in my final story, y'all, it's being reported, y'all, that slap survivor Chris Rock, y'all, is going to make history as the first comedian to perform live on Netflix.
Wait, what did you say?
Slap survivor. That's what they call it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they call it slap survivor, honey. So they're saying he's going to be the first comedian to perform live on Netflix for the streaming giant's first ever global streaming event.
That's nice.
That is. I said, girl, you know Chris Rock riding that slap, though, honey.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting a lot of looks after that.
Yes, honey, he is
Not
riding
saying that he
slap.
wouldn't if that didn't happen, but it is definitely
catapulted.
Yes, honey.
That's the exact word.
They're saying that Chris Rock is one of the most iconic and important comedic voices of our generation, said Robbie Praw, Netflix vice president of stand-up and comedy format. They're saying we're thrilled the entire world, honey, will be able to experience a live Chris Rock comedy event and be a part of Netflix history. This will be an unforgettable moment, and we're so honored that Chris is carrying this torch.
Is he the one that said, put it in my hand for 15 cents and I'm gonna get you sucker? Was that somebody
that was
else?
in,
Okay.
I don't think that was the right movie, was it?
Yeah.
Is that the right movie?
Yeah, it was,
I'm gonna get you sucker?
I'm gonna get you sucker. He was like, put it in my hand
How much
for
for a
15
read?
cents.
That'd be too
He said something else.
For the Know Your Movies comedian.
How much for a rib? That's New Jack City.
Thank you. That's no,
but put it in my hand for 15 cents. I think that was I'm to get you sucker, right?
New Jack City.
Was it?
When Pookie was hungry. Chris Rock. Pookie was hungry.
I know
like
he
just
was
one
Pookie,
meal.
but I
thought it was
I'm getting my
Golden
crackhead
Pond.
CB4.
Yeah.
One of them movies.
He's crackhead in several of them movies.
That's what I thought it was Golden Pond. Anyway, congratulations to Chris, baby, honey. It's good to get slapped, honey. Especially because you need to get slapped.
I know. I want somebody to come slap the hell out of me.
You can move
please.
Career,
any A-list actor out there listening, please come slap me. Please, I need it. I could use a good slap.
So he can move his career, child.
Dang. Yeah, you already gave the color?
Oh, no.
The color today, though, Roxy, is Enigma. On the high end, you say Enigma, and on the low end, you say beautiful green, Roxy. That's the color of the day.
There it is. Give it up for Gary!
We're
don't wait for Special K to get slapped. We got more of the Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Please. It's been 15 years.
Denzel, where you at? Slap me.
22 minutes after the top of the hour, what's trending, brought to you by...
Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, Gary. All right, man. So a recent interview of a Houston couple has gone viral. Lynn and Nakia Price are the owners of the Turkey Leg Hut, a popular restaurant in Houston, Texas. Since they opened up, the demand for their tasty turkey legs quickly grew super fast, so they decided to open a restaurant. All right. After they opened.
And in a recent interview, Go ahead, Brett. And in a recent interview with the Houston Chronicle, the couple shared what led them to create a dress code for their thriving business. Now, the dress code was implemented simply because in all the years they said we have been in business, we've never had to tell people how to act. But over the last few years, some of the attire guests chose to wear while eating at the restaurant slowly became an issue. Now, it had come to a point where you would have people coming in just wearing any and everything, and you could visibly see other customers bothered by what these people had on, in addition to twerking, Nakia said.
Ooh, that's when Lynn, a father himself, decided to establish and enforce a dress code, which was met with mostly positive and some negative feedback from customers. Some felt the establishment was bougie for requiring a dress code since they already came up off of the community. And another guest wrote that people choose to support black business because of the discrimination they face at white establishments, and now they want to start a dress code.
So the question is it right to do the switch up and change the dress code after business becomes successful? Is it bougie or is it smart business? Listen, if it's my restaurant and this stuff is going on, there's nothing wrong with upgrading the presence of your restaurant. I mean, you're upgrading your business. Brad, what you think?
Go ahead.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a dress code, because I go to some restaurants in the great city of Atlanta, and it's ridiculous what some of these folks will wear in a restaurant when folks trying to eat. And you got folks with their butt cheeks all out.
But you got to understand how some people might feel, that they feel like they came up off of letting us wear anything, and that's how we got comfortable coming in y'all restaurant, being able to dress how we wanted to, and now you want to add a dress code. So I see why some people are mad. They feel like you came up and your business got thriving off of letting us dress how we wanted to. Now you got in the game and made some money. Now you want to change.
But it's not
First of all,
go ahead.
The name of your business is Turkey Leg Hut. Okay, let's start there. The name of your business is Turkey Leg Hut. Okay, and you want a dress code. Okay. Help me understand.
So you said it's not exactly a 5-star establishment.
Change the name, okay?
Turkey Leg Cuisine.
Make it a little more sexy. Make it feel Turkey Leg Hunt. That makes me feel like boy shorts. Bra.
You know what?
Carnival.
When you put it like that, I get it.
Platinum,
when you put it like that, I get it.
Rainbow colored, hair.
Turkey Leg Cafe.
Yeah, like make it sexy.
It's hard to make turkey legs sexy though.
Or maybe you could just, I don't know.
But they're not asking them to put a tuxedo on, Gary. I mean, what's the problem?
But what do they have to wear though?
Yeah, but the thing is though, honey, you know how we could be sometimes as African as in America. You can't just change in the middle of the game. Like, now it was a guy had a restaurant in Port Arthur, honey, because we as African Americans sometimes, some of us, we like a shack. He had a shack for a restaurant. Mm-hmm. When he decided to build a restaurant, honey, the people stopped going. They did not go to his nice luxury restaurant. I mean,
they was comfortable with the shack.
So maybe the Turkey Hut people, or Turkey Leg people, should have a shack for the people who want to go there, and a nice a luxury restaurant for the people that want to go.
Another spot.
Yeah, keep one on the hood side, and then go by the Galleria and open up your restaurant, and maybe change the name to call it Le Turk.
Yes, that's it.
Le Turkey.
Yes.
And give it a cute name, and then you gotta just, with
Le Turkey Cafe.
But y'all know the main thing is that an outfit is not going to change a person's behavior.
That's right.
But it's not going to change.
But like some restaurants out here, baby, they say you ain't coming in here with no tennis shoes. You remember when what's his name got stopped? Dominique Wilkins, a multi-millionaire, baby. When he went to that restaurant, honey, in his nice shirt and well, they said, girl, you ain't coming up in here. Not in that.
And there's restaurants that make you put on a jacket.
Exactly.
men got to wear a
So,
like
you
a
know,
sport coat.
but when you do it to, you know, especially with it being an African-American restaurant, and we get upset because, like, wait a minute, like Brad said, we got you here, now you want to change in the middle of the game. But, I mean, I'm for it, honey. I'm not mad, honey. Come here, look at this, because I'm scared when I go to restaurants and y'all twerking and carrying on and stuff like that. I went to a restaurant, honey.
I don't think you should twerk at restaurants unless they move all the chairs and it's time for it to turn into a club.
She said in the story that they was twerking, whatever.
Because they probably was playing twerking music.
Well, they shouldn't be playing music.
You have to control your music.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to
play elevator music that you eating with, and don't be playing no twerking music. You can't twerk to an elevator song.
That is a good point.
I dance
Create
a nice
the ambiance,
or the
create the
internet or
vibe
something.
in your restaurant, and then you attract that certain kind. But shout out to Turkey Leg Hunt for having a successful business.
Yeah, because everybody love it, honey. My little brother said it'd be wrapped around the corner, honey.
Really? Wow.
Really, yes, they stuffed them turkeys with all kind of stuff, honey.
Did we just we might have just mistakenly created a new name for this establishment. It's now could be called the Twerky Leg Hut.
No, we're not going to
Oh my God.
Stick with your joke.
Don't say we.
Go to commercial. This is Rickey Smiley Morning Show. No more horrible jokes. No.
We got
Joke of the day is done.
We got a couple phones, Brad. Well, let's go to the phones, man. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Good morning. What y'all think?
These youngsters don't want to comply, be respectful. So, yeah, if you have to turn away some of these people to gather a better revenue of people, then go ahead and do that, you know. Cut these people off that don't want to comply with the dress code ordinance. It's just sad, like I said, you walk in here and you get more than a turkey leg scene. That's what I'm talking about, like this.
I am all for dress codes and these.
Somebody get them in an asthma pump.
A lot of people come in there and after hours closed. So nobody granny and pawpaw and little kids need to be seeing booty cheeks and boobs while they trying to have a nice family dinner.
They get good business. They just trying to increase their revenue. That's all.
So keep the name Turkey Leg Hut and let them upgrade their establishment with the dress code, but keep the other establishment, we call that the Twerky Leg Hut.
Roxy, hush.
Why are you insisting? Why are you?
You said it twice.
Swing and a miss.
It was lame the first time.
That's a great idea.
It's still lame the second time.
We got more.
The Twerky Leg Hut. Legs don't twerk.
I'm gonna go get me some when I go to Houston.
That
one went wide right.
About. I'm a dress nice too when I go there.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. More coming up next, man.
The Twerky Leg Hut. Fix your jeans. Fix your jeans.
Twan 360.
Yeah, man. 14 minutes before the top of the hour. Twan, please help us fix it, Jesus.
Rock T, in this troubling episode of Fix It Jesus, a self-proclaimed pastor, Kobe Mitchell out of Texas, he's making headlines this morning after several failed attempts to get his Alexa to play gospel music. Take a listen to this.
Alexa, play some gospel. Alexa, play Never Would Have Made It. See, the devil busy, y'all. Y'all see how the devil acting. Alexa, play some gospel. See, the devil busy. See, the devil won't act stupid. But he got time of my sick.
Oh, we need Jesus to fix it this morning. Somebody got to tell Kobe that it's Alexa.
Right.
He said it said Alexis.
She over there rolling her eyes like, you better call me by my name.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't blame her. I wouldn't talk back to him either. I wouldn't play his
Alexa said, if you don't get your...
No.
Alexa say, I will not.
I will not.
Alexa, play Never Would Have Made It.
She said, no, sir.
Not this morning.
You see, I said never would have made it.
Never would have made it.
Never would have.
I cannot do this with y'all. We need Jesus to fix it. And if you got a situation that you need Jesus to fix, hit me up on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Twan360.
Appreciate that. Twiggity Twan. Man, we got the mix that stays in your head all day. Coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Alexa.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but that Shantae doggone song, that's powerful, ain't it?
What you say, boy? Now that's a woman anthem right there.
Come on,
yes,
honey.
Woo!
Somebody got Dave at home.
Yes, congratulations to her and Stephen Hill, too.
Absolutely.
Woo!
All right, man. So Friday was Takeoff's funeral, and we all know how difficult the last couple of weeks have been since he was killed. Times like this remind us how fragile life is and how important it is for all of us to have a will and to have all of our affairs in order. So we know it's a difficult topic, but we must talk about it. So our money expert, Janai Thornton, is here this morning to continue to teach us how to get all of our affairs in order. Welcome back, Janai. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
All right, so let's jump right into it, man. What is it? Can explain what a will is and who needs one?
You know, I know how difficult this topic is, but I'm happy that we're taking a moment to stop and pause and talk about it. So a will, just think about it. It's a legal document that gives instructions on things like who will be the guardian of our children, who are going to get our assets, like our house or our bank accounts. And it will even give instructions on things like, do you want to be buried or cremated? But what a will really is a gift. It's an act of love, and it allows order during what we know to be a very, very difficult time. So for the people who need a will, if you have minor children, you need a will. If you have adult kids with special needs, you need a will. If you have a blended family, you absolutely positively need a will. But if you have assets that you want to be very intentional about who you leave them to, and then of course for most of us, if you've got some people in your family, you know there's going to be some drama, you absolutely need a will to make sure we have some order.
Now, Janai, is it true that if someone dies without a will, the court will decide who gets custody of their children and who will inherit their assets?
Brad, yes. You know, and my mother always had that saying, keep them people out your business.
So it wouldn't automatically go to like your mother or your close next of kin or your husband or wife or something if you don't have a will?
But the court is going to decide that. And depending upon the state, it will determine your assets, who is going to get what. So if you don't want that drama, you know, if you don't want all of that, you have to make those decisions. But you think about it, Brad, part of it's about money, but the court can be deciding who is going to raise your children, your kids. So you want to make those decisions yourself, because the person who is next in line may not be the person who you want to get the money, or they may not be the person you want to be raising your children. So you have to make those decisions yourself.
Yeah. And you know what? Good morning, Janai. This is Maria. You know, people think that the will is the only thing that's important, but there's also the healthcare directive. Can you talk about that and why that's important as well?
Maria, the healthcare directive is very important. And what that does is it's a document that you are making health decisions for yourself in the event that you can't. So if there's certain type of treatments that you don't want or that you do want, you get to decide that in advance. Maria, the healthcare directive is also important is because you're determining the people who can make health decisions on your behalf if you can't. So whether it's just one or two people, but you're picking those people because, again, whoever's next in line may not be the person that you want to be making those decisions, or honestly, they may not be capable of making those type of decisions. They may not be good under pressure. So that healthcare directive helps take care of all of that.
So now, Janai, is that called a living will? Is there a difference between a living will and a healthcare will, the will that you're talking about?
Yes, I'm talking about the healthcare directive or the healthcare power of attorney. It has several different names based on the state that you may live in. And I'm glad that you brought that up because some of these documents based on the state, I live in Georgia, is typically referred to as a healthcare directive. But in your state, it could be called something slightly different. But yes, the terms are similar. The terms are different, but it typically all means the same thing.
So, Janai, if people think that they don't need an attorney or can't afford one or want to prepare a will themselves or a power of attorney or a healthcare directive that you're talking about, what websites can they check out?
Here are a few resources for you. So I did this event in Atlanta last week called Black Women Will, where we prepared 90 wills and healthcare directives for Black women for free. We did it for 90 women for free. So Yes, it was a dope and amazing event. But please go to our website. It's called blackwomenwill.com. Blackwomenwill.com. And we have a free estate planning playbook where you can download this information. Please don't be overwhelmed by it. It's about 14 pages, but it's going to help you and your family get organized and get your information together, and resources on how to find attorneys and all of that. But if you're past that step and you know you want to go ahead and get your will done, but you don't want to hire a lawyer, you can check out websites like LegalZoom. Quicken has a product called Will Maker, and you can spend normally around between $100 and $300 to get those done. But if you have a blended family, if you have significant assets, and I mean more than $250,000, that probably may not be the best option for you.
Yeah, and you know, there's many people who don't understand what certain words mean when talking about wills and estate planning. I just became aware of what an estate plan was maybe about 8 years ago. My husband and I got one, and when we got it back, it was like thick, like a telephone book. Executor, guardian, trust, right? All of these terms. Yeah, it's a lot. Can you talk about some of those terms that are included in an estate plan?
And Maria, I'm glad that you're bringing that up, because the more familiar and the more comfortable we get with these words, the easier it is going to be for us to take care of our estate plan. You know, it's interesting. Can you believe 70% of Black people die without a will, regardless of income or assets? So 70% of us. And it has significant impact on how we transfer wealth. And wealth may be only a house, but that is wealth. So if we want to have a better control over how we transfer wealth and not start over each generation, we have to get these documents done. But you brought up one key word, which is important: executor or executrix, you'll hear. This is the person that's in charge of your will. This is a person that you're picking to help carry out the wishes of your will. So it could be someone that you love, of course, but it also needs to be somebody who's very business-minded, who's good under pressure, that you can trust, but knows how to get business done. So that's a very important person that you want to pick. And, of course, guardian. We know what that guardian means. This is the person that is going to raise our children if we're not here, you know, or take care of our adult children who have special needs. So those are a couple terms we need to get familiar with and make those decisions.
That's amazing, Janai. As always, thank you for the helpful information that you always bring to our listeners. Real fast, man. If people just tuned in and missed out the first part of this interview, how can people reach you and get more information about this?
If you need some help with your estate planning and you want our free estate planning playbook, please go to blackwomenwill.com. Again, blackwomenwill, WILL.com for our free resource. And have an amazing Monday, everybody.
There it is. Give it up for Janai Thornton. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next. Tune in to Black Health 365 podcast, where we discuss healthcare disparities within the Black community. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Maria Moore, what up?
Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, everyone. Here's your Monday morning news. Democrats are projected to maintain their narrow Senate majority after victories in close contests in Nevada and Arizona. Meanwhile, the Senate contest between Herschel Walker and Senator Raphael Warnock in Georgia is headed to a December 6th runoff. Speaking of politics, Trump advisor Jason Miller said in a podcast appearance that the former president, Donald Trump, will announce his 2024 presidential campaign at an event tomorrow. In other news, President Joe Biden met Chinese leader Xi Jinping face-to-face this morning for their first in-person encounter since Biden took office. The candid and in-depth exchange of views lasted for about 3 hours. China says it supports peace talks on Ukraine, and both leaders reiterated their agreement that a nuclear war should never be fought. Lastly, an active manhunt unfolding at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville on Monday morning canceled classes as law enforcement searches in and around the grounds for student shooting suspect Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. UVA police say 3 people were killed and 2 others were injured in the shooting. Further details were not immediately available. I'm Maria Moore, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, there's only a few things to talk about this morning. Let's recap some of these football games starting off in the NFL. How about them Dallas Cowboys fans? They sad. Super Dave, I know you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. You sad because you let the Green Bay Packers come back and beat you guys. Y'all had that game won. Cowboys had the game won. They lost it in overtime, 31-28. Aaron Rodgers reminded everybody that he is back-to-back MVP. Miami Dolphins rolled past the Cleveland Browns. How about the Dolphins out there? They 7-3. And the Minnesota Vikings beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime. Minnesota is quietly 8-1 on the season. Tom Brady gets another victory. That's 2 in a row. Tampa Bay beats Seattle. And there's only really one football game to talk about in college football, and that is number 4 ranked TCU Horned Frogs beat the number 18th ranked Texas Longhorns over the weekend. TCU was 10-0. They went out. They in the playoffs. It is what it is. I'm rooting for the Horned Frogs. The Washington Commanders, formerly the Redskins, we all know that they could possibly be sold real soon. Front runners is Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z. The team will cost roughly $7 billion. And speaking of the Washington Commanders, they will be featured tonight on Monday Night Football when they will face the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. This could be one of those games for the Eagles. I got Eagles winning the game, but it still could be a watch out. It could be closer than what you think. Everybody's thinking it's going to be a blowout, so we're going to see what happens. That's my quick sports report. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
What? Did it pass out? It's the BR18.
You ever just
What happened? Are you okay? Are you okay?
You ever swallow and go through down the wrong pipe?
Oh, you did? I think Gary can relate to that.
Oh, dang. I just validated a man law, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
Just go ahead and just hush.
What happened? What happened?
Go ahead, Brad.
He was thinking about last night.
I'm drowned in here, Brad. Go.
Careful when you swallow, bro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot. Where we bring you music, movies, and more. Lord have mercy. You all right, Roxy?
Something like that. Somebody, it's the Hot Spot.
Yeah, the Hot Spot.
Yeah, he must have been buying.
All right, y'all. Black Panther Wakanda Forever broke records at the domestic box office over the weekend, bringing in $180 million. The highly anticipated sequel took the title for the best opening in the month of November, beating The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, which held the record for 9 years. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is also the third highest grossing film during the pandemic era, behind Spider-Man No Way Home at $260.1 million and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness at $187.4 million until Avatar, The Way of Water arrives in December, according to Deadline. I saw a premiere for Avatar. It's going to be so good. And last night I saw Wakanda. OMG, y'all. It is so good. I don't want to tell y'all nothing about it, but it is so good.
Almost 3 hours.
They gave Chadwick his flowers, and it is beautiful. It is so good, y'all. Please go see it if you haven't seen it. It's an amazing movie, and it's an amazing farewell to Chadwick Boseman. All right, y'all, during the open monologue on Saturday Night Live on Saturday, our boy Dave Chappelle spoke on the controversy surrounding Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. He began his monologue saying,
"Before I start tonight, I just wanted to read a brief statement that I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time."
Oh my God.
A year ago, I'd seen him on a podcast called Drink Champs. The rappers that I love, and they all had their gold chains and stuff on. Kanye said, "Only millionaires wear chains." They said, "What?" He said, "I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body." I took my chain and I said, "Oh, snap." What did I say? I said, I don't want a sneaker deal, because the minute I say something that makes those people mad, they're going to take my sneakers away. And the whole crowd was like, ha, 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 ha. But now you see Kanye walking around L.A. barefoot with his chain out.
Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, y'all, paparazzi ran into Kanye West, and he had a lot to say. He said, "I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. They can't control me." You know what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they can't control me. You see, ain't no name I won't name. It's up. I don't care who you are. God is the only person I serve.
Is he dropping names? What?
He said God, though, honey. So.
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow.
He said, yes, he did. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me just let y'all know this news. There was a third man arrested, for the murder of young Dolph. Back in September, there was a Memphis rapper, Lotto Cash Desto. She was a female rapper, and she was shot and killed while sitting in her SUV in Houston on a Houston street. Well, now her father has been arrested in the murder of young Dolph. It's crazy, yeah. The indictment lists the victims as Dolph, whose real name was Adolph Thornton Jr., and Marcus Thornton. Just a week shy of a year of his anniversary of his death, this person, Govan, is the third person to be indicted on the murder charges. The DA also told WREG that he couldn't go into details about the evidence in this case. We asked if more arrests could be expected, but that was a question Mulroy said he couldn't comment on at the time. But yeah, this person is the father of the young lady that got killed. So it's
that's
just
confusing. And it's just a lot,
confusing.
And none of it makes sense.
And they're saying that her getting killed was a retaliation on young Dolph or something. And so they killed somebody's daughter.
And what did any of that solve?
Had nothing to do with anything.
Any of that solve? Nothing.
I'm just so sick of it. Sick of all the, all the killings. Y'all, come on. Can we do something better than killings and robbings? Because last but not least, Nas's Calabasas home was robbed by two thieves. Now, law enforcement said that the people broke in around 8:30 on Saturday night. The thieves smashed the rear door and was able to enter his home. Nas's team was alerted of what was happening through the Ring camera. I think Nas has a stake in the Ring camera. I think he's one of the owners in it or something like that. Yeah. As they were leaving, Nas's crew saw the thieves and called the cops to the scene. Nas wasn't home at the time. He was in New York promoting his new album, King's Disease 3.
Don't nobody buy a dog no more?
I just want people...
Just buy a dog. Let it run around the house while you ain't there.
Throw him a piece of meat too, honey, and let him get poisoned and then...
Not if he trained. If he trained, they ain't going for that.
You don't think if somebody...
I wouldn't take my chance.
If somebody throw your dog a steak and there's poison in the middle and your dog probably gonna eat that steak, huh?
If I'm the robber, I ain't taking that chance. When I see the dog, I'm turning around. I ain't gonna take a chance of throwing the steak.
If you want to get in that person's house that bad, you might just shoot that dog. And then that's more pain and agony on the person who's the homeowner. Lord have mercy.
Just stop robbing folks. How about that?
Stop robbing folks and killing people. My goodness, I'm sick of doing these stories about the same thing. People getting shot, people getting killed, people's houses getting robbed. Lord, can we all just get along? All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. In the words of Gary, let's just all pray, y'all. Let's pray and try to get along and tell your loved ones.
The day tomorrow going to be self-destruction. We need to bring that back.
Okay.
Message.
Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Hey, self-destruction. Yeah. Funky Fresh, dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, time to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in, the crack in, the knives alone. Hey, MC Lights on the microphone. Come on. Rush and then push it, snatch and tracks it. I cram to understand. It's the
Come on.
Come on. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, y'all. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. Hey, you're headed for self-destruction.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.